Hey, welcome to Nanuya channel. Today, we're tackling something that, if you're anything like me, you've probably experienced far too often: overthinking. Yep, that endless loop of thoughts that can turn the simplest decision into a mental labyrinth. So grab your coffee, relax, and let's get into it. Okay, let's start with the basics. What exactly is overthinking? It's not just thinking a lot, because let's face it, we all think a lot. Overthinking is when you take a single thought, problem, or situation and just spin it around in your head so much that it becomes more complicated, more confusing, and sometimes more exhausting. You know, like when you're texting someone and you obsess over whether or not you should add an exclamation point after thanks, or whether they'll think you're too eager, or when you replay a conversation over and over in your mind, analyzing every word, every pause, every little nuance, until it becomes something that could fill a novel. That's overthinking at work. Why do we overthink? But here's the real question. Why do we do this to ourselves? Why do we keep going in circles, mentally exhausting ourselves over things that usually don't even matter that much? Well, it turns out that overthinking is often tied to our brain's survival instinct. Our minds are wired to anticipate problems, assess risks, and make sure we're prepared for every possible outcome. And while that's great for avoiding danger, it can also lead us to second-guess every decision, no matter how small. Overthinking also feeds off uncertainty. The unknown can feel scary, so we attempt to control it by thinking through every possibility. But here's the catch. The more we try to control it, the more out of control it feels. The effects of overthinking. Overthinking might seem harmless at first, but it can have some pretty negative effects. It can lead to anxiety, stress, and even decision paralysis, where you're so overwhelmed by options that you end up doing nothing at all. And if you think you're alone in this, think again. Studies show that overthinking is linked to mental health challenges like depression, as it can make us dwell on negative thoughts, past regrets, or potential failures. It's like getting stuck in a mental traffic jam with no way out. Now, I know this all sounds a bit heavy, but don't worry. There's hope. Overthinking doesn't have to control us. The key is recognizing it and then taking steps to break the cycle. Here are a few strategies to help. Acknowledge the thought. Sometimes, the first step is just to acknowledge that you're overthinking. When you catch yourself spiraling, pause. Take a breath. Tell yourself, okay, I'm doing it right now. This simple act of awareness can be a game changer. Shift focus. When your mind is racing, try to focus on something else. It could be as simple as a walk, a hobby, or even a 5-minute meditation. The goal is to break the cycle and give your brain a chance to reset. Limit your options. Decision fatigue is real, and having too many choices can fuel overthinking. Whether it's deciding what to eat for dinner or making a big life choice, try narrowing down your options. The fewer choices you have, the less mental energy you'll waste. Embrace imperfection. Here's a tough one. Accept that not every decision needs to be perfect. In fact, most of the time, it's okay to make mistakes. Letting go of the need for perfection can free up a lot of mental space and reduce overthinking. Practice mindfulness. Mindfulness is all about being present in the moment. It can help you quiet the noise in your head and get out of that endless loop of what-ifs and what-abouts. You can start small by paying attention to your breath or noticing the sensations in your body. So, to wrap things up, overthinking is something we all deal with, but it doesn't have to control us. It's okay to pause, breathe, and make decisions without trying to predict every possible outcome. Life is unpredictable, and sometimes the best way to deal with uncertainty is to embrace it and trust that you're doing your best. And if you find yourself spiraling, remember you're not alone, and it's okay to reach out for support when you need it. Thanks so much for tuning in today. I hope this episode helps you take a breather and step away from the overthinking for a bit. If you enjoyed today's show, be sure to subscribe, rate, and leave a review. And don't forget to share this with someone who might need a little mental reset too. Until next time, take care of your mind, and remember, you don't have to have it all figured out today.